What's up, guys? It's Danny and Gray's Cards and Toys, and we're coming back at you again today with another video. Today is part 2 of what we got signed, or what I got signed, because Grayson wasn't with me at Darlington. I did manage to complete some crazy stuff, which you will see in this video. This is epic. This video may take a little bit of time because of me starting and stopping, kind of, getting things set up, what have you. But I wanted to bring it to you. I know some of you have been watching for quite some time and have been along the journey for a few of these items that you'll see today. So just wanted to do that. I'll give you a grand total of how many we got right now, so you can kind of get a visualization of both days. Part 1, I told you, I had mixed in stuff, so we're just saying part 1 and 2 together. Some of it I had gotten signed the first day, and you'll see what I'm talking about here in a few. Total, though, for both parts, we got 144 autographs. And once you see what I was doing, you'll see why maybe that number seems a little low. To me, for everything that went down, I am completely happy with everything. I mean, yeah, there was a few that I'd like to have gotten. We'll talk about that also. So here we go. Starting off, these are some that I got for Grayson. We got a Carl Edwards, a Riley Herbst. He got a Josh Berry, a throwback. And then I had went to an autograph session and got Zane Smith and Noah Gregson, and then Todd Gilliland later on. So that worked out. So those are his. And then going right into my postcards, no particular order on anything whatsoever. We've got Chase Elliott. I think I wound up with like four or five Chase Elliott's in 2 days. I mean, that's just insane. Ryan Blaney. I did get my Hall of Fame picture with Carl Edwards signed, so I was really happy about that. Zane Smith. Noah Gregson, Riley Herbst, Shane Van Gisbergen, Austin Cindric, Michael McDowell, Ty Dillon, Alex Bowman. There's another Carl Edwards. That's nice. John Hunter on his throwback. Got a William Byron. I do wish I had the Disney car on me, because I did get that on Sunday, but I was like, man, I just don't want to lug it. It was just too much. Brad K, signed in gold at the bottom. Then I got my triple one done here. Noah, Todd, and Zane. Got the Todd Gilliland throwback. Joey Logano. Austin Dillon, and he was skipping all over the place. Josh Berry and John Wood. I'd like to get the other Wood brothers on that. That would be cool. Added Greg Biffle on this. I already had Deegan and Labonte. And then added Biffle on that one. So that one's kind of filling up. If I would have really thought about it, I should have got Jamie McMurray to sign that one instead of what he signed here in just a second, or got him on 2. That's the McMurray I picked out. That is insane. They were talking about that. I had went up. I'll go ahead and tell this briefly. Race day, which comes on like an hour before the races on Fox. Jamie McMurray, Chris Myers, Clint Boyer, Kevin Harvick, and then they have their special guests that'll come in and chit-chat and stuff, just kind of killing time up to all the pre-race festivities, etc., driver intros, all this stuff. They're on there, so it was nice to get Jamie. I mean, it's been quite a few years since I got Jamie McMurray, so that was nice to get him on that. Then I did get Larson on this. Also made TV with that one. Some of you guys see me. I know somebody reached out and I was like, man, quit chasing Larson and all this stuff. And I didn't know what they were talking about. And then my son had sent me a video, and I didn't really watch it. I was just so busy. And you'll see why. And over time, just running around and stuff. So it was really cool. But it got even cooler over just Sunday in general. But I did get this shout out to Nick. I'll go ahead and give a shout out where shout out was due on this one. I mean, he bought my kid this car, this Shane Van Gisbergen, and got it signed. I did, and that worked out, so that was cool. And then I added 2 more names to the hauler. Now I've got Jeff Bodine and Jeff Gordon added. Really happy. I mean, this thing is just filling up. Jeff Bodine, Chase Elliott, Jimmy Johnson, Jeff Gordon, Alex Bowman, Ricky Rudd, Kyle Larson, William Byron, Dale Jr., and Casey Mears. I mean, that is insane. The amount of wins that is on this hauler. That is crazy. So that one is looking great. I really want to get Terry Labonte on that. I'd like to get Jerry Nadeau. Casey Kane, far-fetched. I know I could go to Rockingham potentially maybe and get him, but I'm busy that weekend, so that's not going to work. But, I mean, happy with where that is at, though. And I'm just thankful to have what I do have on there. So, continuing forward, I did get 2 pictures printed out. And I'll show you this one, and then we'll cut back to the other one. And everything. This is the modified race from Bowman Gray. I got Ryan Preece on it. I saw Bobby Labonte, and then I never saw him again. I was on a golf cart when I seen him, and I wasn't able to track him out. The other guys I'll chase down and stuff at Bowman Gray. So excited to get that signed up. And then this one was a task that I had at hand. And I was like, I really don't want to have to take this elsewhere. So I was like, if I can knock it out in one weekend and be done with it and not have to worry about it, that's going to be the goal. Well, we almost got it down to where I didn't have to worry about it. But there's one elude me. That's Garrett Smithley. Then I can get Tim Brown and Burt Myers. Those won't be a problem. But guys, I'm going to set this up. Just check this out. It speaks for itself. I'll let it sit there. You can pause. That's the whole field minus Burt Myers, Tim Brown, and Garrett Smithley. All done in 2 days. You can buckle down and really work on this stuff. You can hammer it down and get it done. You just got to press on. You got to stay focused. I done that while also working on some of these other things. And it was tough because the wind was blowing. It was started to drizzle rain at times, but I mean, through all of it, I was so scared that it was going to rip, get messed up or something. Well, it didn't, and I am just so excited to have that into the collection. And I think what's so special is because of where it's at. And that's why I really wanted to do that. So that is insane. But that is not the craziest thing for the entire weekend. Does this look familiar, guys? Y'all have seen this several times here on the channel. Well, I am here to say that mine, with Kevin Harvick added, is complete. Guys, I can't stress how excited and just the joy that I have of knowing that I finished this poster. I mean, it's not been an overnight thing or what have you. And it really didn't happen overnight. It's been tough at times. I've been wondering to myself, hey, am I going to get this done? And got Cody Ware last weekend at Martinsville. And I was like, now it's down to Harvick. And like I said, we added him right there. So, quick look at it. Completed. I mean, it speaks for itself. Just insane. I think it's funny, though. everybody signed by themselves and everything. But, where you at? Oh, Bubba went down there. It's funny. You know, that is funny. Well, on the other poster, you know, they didn't. But Bubba signed way down here, and then Ty Gibbs signed over here. And then when you look at this, they were all over the place on that one, too. So something about Bubba and Ty Gibbs just messing up pictures. But that looks so awesome. I've got a frame ready for it already. I am ready to put that bad boy in it. Some of you guys know how long I've been working on that, and it didn't come overnight. Just patience is what you got to have. Patience is key. So from literally getting Jeff Gordon to getting Harvick, Sia McMurray, you know, kind of finishing this off almost in just 2 days, that still ain't the top. Still ain't the top. All right, so I was standing there at race day. Here's a quick story, and then I'll shoot up a picture, and then we'll wrap this deal up. Standing there at race day, and I seen a young kid, and he was holding a pair of shoes, and his dad, I thought it was his dad, and it was. And he had like a postcard, you know, and it's blank back. I'm just showing this as an example, and he had wrote something on the back. I'm like, did he write something on that, sir? He's like, yeah. I'm like, what'd you write, bud? And he flipped it over, and it said, Michael Jordan, will you please sign my shoes, or something. I forgot the exact line. Sorry for it becoming blurry. And I looked at his dad, and I'm like, man, that's going to be tough. He'll get lucky if he'll be really lucky to do that. I mean, Michael won't sign anything. We all know if you're into cards or whatever and follow the sport of trading cards, Michael Jordan, whatever, for quite some time, you know, he's licensed with Upper Deck, so he's not really supposed to sign, you know, stuff that isn't licensed or he's getting paid for, you know, etc. So I told his dad, I'm like, man, you're going to really be lucky if he gets one of them shoes signed or whatever he's trying to do. And he kind of laughed. He's like, I kind of figured that. But, you know, let a kid have some fun. I said, you know, I agree with that. So I was like, even getting a picture is probably a joke. Well, fast forward, you know, 5 minutes later, the kid seen Michael. Here he come. Well, he didn't have his big entourage with him like he normally does, all the bodyguards and stuff. I was like, holy crap, it is Jordan. So I wanted to at least get a picture of him as he went by, not trying to impede on him, you know, getting his way, whatever. And that kid started screaming, Michael, hey, Michael, will you sign my shoe? Will you sign my shoe? And he didn't hear him, I guess, just over the crowd. Well, the kid hurried up, and he wasn't giving up. He said, Michael, please. And he showed him the sign. He flashed him. He's like, man, I can't. So he keeps going. And the kid's like, please, Michael, will you please sign my shoe, please? He said, here, kid, hand one. Hand it over. Come on. So he handed him the one of the shoes. And Michael literally grabbed his Sharpie, stopped, and signed the back of the shoe. I'm going to include a picture of that here at the end. Now, I've cropped the kid out. I don't want to put somebody else's kid on there, but I've cropped it to the point to where you could just see, you know, the kid holding the shoe, but you won't see his face, and I think that's respectable enough. Well, he done that, and I'm standing there with him, and I'm like, hey, Mike, when he got done, I was like, hey, Mike, can you please, you got time to spare for a selfie? Can I please get a selfie with you, sir? Please, MJ, can I please get a picture with you? Selfie. And he's looking back. And then the lady's like, sir, you got to move. So I kind of moved over, and I didn't want to, you know, crowd him or nothing. I wasn't doing that from the get-go, like I said. But I pushed forward, and I'm like, hey, Michael, will you please let me get me a selfie? And he's like, hey, jump in, kid. And it's funny, he kept calling me kid. And for you guys, you may or may not know, I mean, everybody has their own saying where they say something. Well, I think that's one of just his sayings. I don't know, whatever. But anyways, he's like, jump in, kid. So I was so starstruck, so nervous, that I put my phone forward, and I'd already snapped the picture. I leaned in and was smiling. Michael looks like he's dead straight ahead, like he's ignoring me. But he literally turns and smiles and stops for like, you know, a half a second. And I'm like, Michael, I done took the picture. I'm sorry, man. He's like, oh, it's all good. Hey, take care, kid, or whatever. I mean, it was just so quick that, you know, I mean, it was only like 30 seconds worth of interaction with Michael Jordan, and then he fist bumped me. He said, "You take care," and I was, you know, on my way, whatever. But just to say, in a matter of, 45 minutes, I basically finished that poster up. I added Harvick to my 75th anniversary poster, meeting Michael Jordan, adding Jeff Gordon on that, which is one of my goals. I mean, are you kidding me? That was just insane. And then to top it off, like I said, and that was literally some of the last stuff I've done, other than obviously watching the race and then seeing Denny Hamlin win. I wasn't too pleased about that, but whatever. But anyways, it was an epic, 2-day experience. If I never get to do it again, I definitely made the most of it with this one, and I enjoyed it. I really did. And I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm going to leave you with the picture of that shoe, and then I'm going to leave you a picture of me and Michael Jordan at the end. And guys, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave us a like, comment, subscribe. If you're not, you don't want to miss it. We got more stuff coming. Racing season is just heating up. So hope you enjoyed. This is Danny and Gray's Cards and Toys, and we will see you guys later. Take care, guys. God bless.